mặn nơi sọc hàng đây á hàng pa vì nó ngày đò ta nơi nóng đò khỏi mau mặn mẹ chật mà nơi nông pin nằm bay một hồ ca nghe phơ hay nâng ở đây nâng hột tô đục chứ á hay vô côn nâng đã xả lá riêng đò vô côn mau chân tư cái nâng ọt mau ấy đã ban tập buôn nè nuôn nâng nơi tầm đạch đỏ nhưng vì dùng được tu nhớ
mà mi tục côn nơi chung với giấy cò đá ọt miên sầm mặt tập hiệp chỉnh châm bộ kế do bộ kế từ đặt nơi mình đôi cũng mà cầm pría nơi cầm bột do từ đặt nơi cầm bột miên ở bọt tết cái sông côn mai cho tới chỉnh châm đó
hay con nơi mình tôi cũng ba cái phía nâng của ông ca cái mà khơi sông như tới không tới mà đằng cái sông côn tới thế
đọc về bạn của mán năm thế mình phải thì mình đôi prap tha mình nắng cái sông từ do tới America ở hai mặt em đi rồi vô từ thứ ca là rung chặt cắt đế vì bàn đằng bàn khơi côn từ á chi vật hiệp dương ai chỉnh châm vì bạn oi miền là con lọ đi ra ngay chẳng á khi xa bàn riêng sốt đòn trắng giấy xâm ra chất ao cô nắng từ nơi mình đôi nắng đòi miền mặt vì ok đó
nói bật thiên tôi đang nghe oi mặt đằng ấy ta lên khơi như mạ xua mai nó đâm bài nó cái này nữa á xua thà côn nhom ta na bà đã miên khơi mà ta tua nhom chẳng họ ta đó ta mạ tới nâng muốn mà anh mau chẳng á sao bà tới ngày nâng mấy cô sang ngắt chỉ bật khơi côn nhom son chẳng côn nhom ta na xua hiện về tại cái tha cho thiên đó là phép ấy chúng ta on miền nào phép không đầu cái tháng mai thoa cái vô tầm rít ba tay mặc đặt lần cuối dùng họ con nực khơi nực côn mặt nâng từ squall ấy chẳng khai côn ở ban trên đây chẳng á
giờ từ ai tới mặt viên nó chết từ dùng hai gì tha cùng ai dùng côn tên lúc miền à con lọ
chất mặt ọt trong ai từ đây mặt lại bị ọt squall mặt lại bị phịch mặt chẳng á
về nó tới về để quạt tới của nhóm này đi cứ nó quạt cho là ta quạt tới quạt vậy khi máy quạt phay ớt nghĩa máu ớt miền bông và ôn ớt vậy ớt cao
miền là rong bị bạc chết ớt đăng thà sọc tục chào rồi biết na bây giờ ớt miền cả tẹt tôn khi khơi cứ bạc tầm năng chân.
When I was in the U.S. after I was adopted, I think I was confused. Most of the time I was confused because I think like coming from a different culture, because Cambodia was really different from America. Because I was 10 years old when I was adopted, so I was already used to like the Khmer culture and the way they like live and do stuff. So when I went to America, it was like totally different. American people has different ways of living, different ways of socializing, and so I think it was really confusing. And also I knew that I have family and I wanted to come back to my family in Cambodia, but at the same time my sister and we were told to lie to adopt the family that we didn't have family in Cambodia, so we couldn't open about anything like that, so we have to keep it a secret. But when my relationship with my adoptive family didn't like connect and didn't work out, and my sister and I finally opened up about that we lied about a birth family in Cambodia. So we told them that we did have families and that they were alive, and from there I think my adoptive family treated us differently because they found out that we do have family and they thought we didn't. And so we can see it by their attitude and how they treated us. And so that made it even more hard for me because I'm like, oh, I don't know what to do. Like, you're a kid, so you just do what people tell you to do. I was adopted in 2002, and so they sent me like 3 years later in 2005 back to Cambodia. And my grandpa, the one that was in the orphanage, he picked me up and he took me, and he was just talking to me, and he's like, life in Cambodia is not easy. You should go back to America. I think life in America would be better for you. Then you can help your family here out when you are able to. And so I'm like, okay, I'll go back to America. My mom did came and saw me when I was living with the grandpa, but it was only I think a week or something, and I couldn't speak to her. So I remember her just visiting and looking at me, and I just looked at her and we just smile here and there. Oh my goodness, yeah. And my grandpa, so he contacted my adoptive family in Michigan, and somehow they talked, and my adoptive family bought tickets back for me to go back to America, and then I went back with them. And then 1 year later, in 2006, was when they sent me to Hope House.
ចានៅពេលដែលបងស្រីរបស់ខ្ញុំគាត់ទៅអាមេរិកគឺនៅពេលដែលខ្ញុំអាយុ4ឆ្នាំនៅពេលដែលខ្ញុំធំឡើងនៅពេលខ្ញុំដឹងថាបងស្រីរបស់ខ្ញុំគាត់ទៅរស់នៅសហរដ្ឋអាមេរិកអញ្ចឹងគឺខ្ញុំមានអារម្មណ៍មួយថារំភើបចិត្តដែលបងស្រីរបស់ខ្ញុំគាត់ទៅរស់នៅកន្លែងមួយដែលគាត់អាចទទួលបានចំណេះវិជ្ជារបស់គាត់បន្ថែមទៀតហើយពេលខ្លះក៏ខ្ញុំមានអារម្មណ៍មួយថាអន់ចិត្តពីព្រោះពេលភាគច្រើនគឺខ្ញុំតែឃើញអ្នកចិត្តខាងឬក៏មិត្តភ័ក្តិផ្សេងៗបងប្អូនគេមានការជួបជុំគ្នាប៉ុន្តែសម្រាប់ក្រុមគ្រួសាររបស់ខ្ញុំគឺអត់មានបងប្អូននៅជាមួយទេបងស្រីរបស់ខ្ញុំនៅផ្សេងបងប្រុសរបស់ខ្ញុំនៅផ្សេងហើយខ្ញុំនៅជាមួយនឹងម៉ាក់របស់ខ្ញុំ
When I became a Christian was when I think I was 16 years old at Hope House. Since then, I always knew that my family in Cambodia was not believers. They were worshiping Buddhism. And so when I became a Christian, I experienced God in a way that, it's real. I knew he was real, and I wanted that for my family too. Going through from one thing and just one place to the next and getting tossed back and forth, I think it can be hard for a child, growing up. And definitely at times I felt not loved by my adoptive family. I do want a family, but at the same time I felt like they don't want me or I don't want them, and I don't think they were Christians because of how they act. But when I found God at Hope House, I finally let go of the hurt and the bitterness I had towards my adoptive family. So ever since then, I stopped praying for my family and just God opened their heart to hear the gospel of Jesus Christ, and I just kept praying. And then I started asking my friends and family and the church that I went to, just anybody, please pray that God gave me opportunity to go back to Cambodia someday to meet my family again, and just that the gospel of Jesus will be shared with them. God showed me that you need to prepare, somehow you need to prepare, know my words and know more about me and grow your faith in me so that someday you will be prepared to share my words to your family. And he's like, you need to go to BMW because that will prepare you. And so I think going to the Bible school helped me to know him more in his word, and God, through that, God gave me the boldness, not to be shy.
ពីដំបូងគឺនៅខាងមណ្ឌលនៅកែបប៉ាធំនៅកែបប្រាប់ថាឈ្មោះអេមីម៉ាប់ឲ្យរកនៅក្នុង Facebook អញ្ចឹង search ឈ្មោះអេមីនៅក្នុង Facebook ក៏ឃើញហើយក៏ add អេមីក៏ confirm.
When I saw a friend request from my aunt Chana, I was like, oh, who's this? Because I was young at the time when I was adopted, so I don't really remember anything much, and I didn't remember her, and so I think Gina remembered her more.
ក៏និយាយគ្នាសួរអេមីសួរថាខ្ញុំអ្នកណាគេហើយខ្ញុំក៏ប្រាប់ថាខ្ញុំជាមីងរបស់គាត់ខ្ញុំក៏ផ្ញើរូបថតម៉ាក់គាត់និងគាត់កាលពីនៅទូចបានគាត់ថាហ្នឹងហើយអានឹងជាគាត់ ប៉ុន្តែគាត់អត់ចាំបានថាពួកខ្ញុំជានរណាគេទេតើតែពួកខ្ញុំនិយាយជាមួយគាត់រៀងរាល់ថ្ងៃឆាតនៅក្នុង Facebook ក្នុង Messenger ជាមួយនឹងគាត់
I was shocked. I'm like, whoa, this is so amazing. Because I'm like, this whole time I was wondering how my mom was doing and how they, like my other family were doing. And I asked my aunt and I just felt excited, but I was like surprised. And I guess, I don't know how to describe it because like when you finally was able to reconnect with your family, you're just overwhelmed, but it's like there's excitement and happiness in there too. I was at BMW school. So that was like 2011, 2012 was when my aunt contacted me on Facebook because while growing up at Hope House, we were not able to have Facebook until we graduated from high school. And so when I was in BMW was when I beginning to have Facebook. When I came back with the teen mission team, we weren't able to like, you know, do our own thing, what we wanted. But they did allow me to contact my grandpa, and I told him that I was gonna be in Cambodia, and he came and saw me with his family, but I think he contacted my mom, but my mom missed us a little bit, and so she wasn't able to see me. I was a little bit disappointed because I wanted to see my mom and just to see how she was doing and stuff. But I also prayed. I'm like, well, maybe this isn't God's timing for us to meet, and so I felt God's peace. Even though I was disappointed, I'm like, someday God will allow us to meet and see each other and to reunited as a family. So.
I met Amy in 2011 when she came here with the team, and they were working at the base in Kampong Chinang. I had the chance to talk to her. She said she is a Cambodian, and so she said that she has family here in Cambodia. And then she promised that she will try her best to come back here after studying BMW in Florida.
In 2015, when I was here during my internship, we were given 2 weeks off between, I think it was for Khmer holiday. I think Teacher Nali and I contact my Aunt Chana, and she contact Sinun and my mom for us.
អញ្ចឹងនៅពេលដែលគាត់បានប្រាប់ថាគាត់ទៅឲ្យភ្នំពេញដើម្បីនឹងជួបខ្ញុំហើយនឹងម៉ាក់អញ្ចឹងគឺខ្ញុំមានការភ្ញាក់ផ្អើលមែនតើនៅពេលខ្ញុំបានទទួលសារពីគាត់ដូច្នេះហើយខ្ញុំក៏បានរៀបចំខ្លួនជាមួយម៉ាក់ខ្ញុំក្នុងការដែលយើងជាកង3ជាមួយបងប្រុសរបស់ខ្ញុំអ្នកទៀត
So when we arrived at the capital city, and then at the bus station, when they opened the door, and then Amy recognized her sister and her mother and her brother, and then she hugged her mother. They were crying each other, especially the mother.
She had tears, but like it was happy tears. Yeah, we were really happy to see each other. We hugged, and my mom like kept touching my head, you know, like mother does to their daughter. But I'm like, okay, I think this is the way Khmer people do things. So yeah.
ហើយម៉ាក់ចេះតែទ្រាំចាំមើលរហូតយូរឆ្នាំមកកូនឡើងម៉ាក់អស់សង្ឃឹមដល់ឃើញអេមីមកម៉ាក់ដូចបានកើតម្ដងទៀតចឹងកូនម៉ាក់មានសួរសុខទុក្ខពីកូនកូនបានសុខសប្បាយអត់ទៅអេមីប្រាប់ថាសុខសប្បាយចឹងណាកូនម៉ាក់បាក់និយាយដែរបើវានិយាយវាអត់ចេះខ្មែរចឹងកូនណាម៉ាក់បាក់និយាយនឹងនិយាយមិនបានមើលទៅមុខអង្គុយមើលទៅមុខកូនហ្នឹងឃើញកូនឲ្យម៉ាក់និយាយមិនបើវាអត់ចេះខ្មែរម៉ាក់ក៏អត់ចេះអង់គ្លេស
មានអារម្មណ៍រំភើបហើយភ្ញាក់ផ្អើលនិយាយជួបនិយាយអោបនិយាយយំ
So I share with Teacher Nali like my desire, like and my prayer, and other people's prayer, how long they've been praying to share the gospel with my family when I see them. She shared the gospel with them, and they were open, which was amazing. Like my mom, my aunt, my sister, my brother, they were open to hearing what Teacher Nali was sharing with them.
ដំបូងឬបងស្រីរបស់ខ្ញុំក៏បានជួបខ្ញុំគឺគាត់បានឲ្យព្រះគម្ពីរមកក្បាលមកកាន់ខ្ញុំហើយគាត់បាននិយាយថាព្រះយេស៊ូវគ្រីស្ទស្រឡាញ់ខ្ញុំហើយព្រះអង្គក៏បានសុគតសម្រាប់ខ្ញុំ អញ្ចឹងគាត់ចង់ឲ្យខ្ញុំទទួលជឿព្រះអង្គប៉ុន្តែដោយសារតែការដែលខ្ញុំមិនដែលស្គាល់ព្រះយេស៊ូវគ្រីស្ទគឺជាអ្នកណាដូច្នេះហើយថ្ងៃមួយក៏គាត់បានសួរខ្ញុំថាតើខ្ញុំចង់ទៅរៀនតើខ្ញុំចង់រៀនអត់អញ្ចឹងខ្ញុំតែតែមានអារម្មណ៍ថាខ្ញុំចង់រៀនយូរហើយតែខ្ញុំចង់រៀនភាសាអង់គ្លេសនិងអ្វីផ្សេងៗប៉ុន្តែខ្ញុំឲ្យគាត់សុំម៉ាក់ខ្ញុំក្នុងការដែលឲ្យខ្ញុំទៅរៀនតដូច្នេះហើយគឺគាត់បានទៅសុំម៉ាក់ខ្ញុំថាចង់ឲ្យខ្ញុំមករៀននៅខេត្តសៀមរាបនៅសាលាព្រះគម្ពីរធីមីសិនគឺគាត់បានប្រាប់ថានៅសាលានោះគឺគេបង្រៀននៅព្រះគម្ពីរហ្គីតាកុំព្យូទ័រភាសាអង់គ្លេសនិងអ្វីផ្សេងៗទាំងអស់ហើយគឺគេនៅទីនេះគឺគេអត់យកលុយទេហើយគេបង្រៀនថា free ដូច្នេះហើយដល់ពេលដែលខ្ញុំដឹងពីសាលានោះដំបូងគឺខ្ញុំមានការចាប់អារម្មណ៍ដែរ
And she asked mom, and my mom was like, no, she cannot go. Part of the reason was because Sinun was like, helping to provide the money through her job for my mom. And so if my sister went to the Bible school, then my mom is left, alone, and she has to earn the money herself. And so she wanted Sinun to stay for that. And then my mom went to talk to my grandma and my grandpa and uncles and aunt, and was like asking them for advice, on that. And they were like, no, you should send her to study at the Bible school. It would be good for her. And then they were like assuring my mom, like, we will help you. If you need help, we will help you. So then my mom finally was like, okay, she can go. So she went. That's how she ended up at the Bible school.
អញ្ចឹងនៅពេលដំបូងដែលខ្ញុំបានខ្លាចគឺសម្រាប់ចិត្តក្នុងការទទួលជឿព្រះយេស៊ូវហើយគឺខ្ញុំបានខ្លាចទៅជាគ្រីស្ទបរិស័ទម្នាក់ដូច្នេះហើយនៅពេលខ្ញុំទៅលេងនៅក្នុងគ្រួសាររបស់ខ្ញុំនៅពេលដំបូងគឺខ្ញុំមានភាពខ្មាស់អៀននៅក្នុងការផ្សាយពីការដែលខ្ញុំជឿព្រះយេស៊ូវគ្រីស្ទទៅកាន់ក្រុមគ្រួសារក៏ដូចជាមិត្តភ័ក្តិប៉ុន្តែនៅពេលបន្ទាប់ពីការរៀននៅសាលាព្រះគម្ពីរក្នុងការលើកទឹកចិត្តតាមរយៈការរៀនក៏ដូចជាព្រះបន្ទូលរបស់ព្រះដាស់តឿនខ្ញុំបន្ថែមទៀតថាកុំឲ្យខ្ញុំមានភាពខ្មាស់អៀននៅក្នុងការដែលខ្ញុំទទួលជឿព្រះយេស៊ូវគ្រីស្ទឲ្យខ្ញុំប្រាប់ទៅកាន់អ្នកដទៃអញ្ចឹងនៅពេលដែលម្ដាយរបស់ខ្ញុំគាត់ចង់ប្រើខ្ញុំឲ្យធ្វើការអ្វីមួយអញ្ចឹងគឺខ្ញុំតែសុំគាត់ថាបើសិនជាម៉ាក់ចង់ប្រើខ្ញុំឲ្យធ្វើអ្វីមួយអញ្ចឹងសូមម៉ាក់ស្ដាប់ពីព្រះយេស៊ូវគ្រីស្ទដែលខ្ញុំនឹងផ្សាយដំណឹងល្អទៅកាន់គាត់
How you feel first time seeing your sister?
I'm feeling happy.
Very happy.
Then Adam I.
After 15 years later, since I went to the U.S., I came back here to visit my family for the first time, and I was excited. I keep saying I wasn't gonna cry, If anything, I was gonna be more happy to see my family than cry. So when I got to the airport here in Phnom Penh, so I cried because I was happy, and then I also cried because God is so good, I think, while I was hugging my mom and I was crying, I was thanking God, like, thank you for giving me this opportunity to finally come and see my family. Now that I'm here and I got to, travel around and see things, visiting my hometown right here. This is where we grew up and visit my dad and, just see Cambodia a little bit more and hearing stories and seeing the people and how they live. I definitely have a lot on my heart, for the people here. I see a lot of suffering. I see a lot of brokenness here. I see they need God. This country really need God and this land need his healing, They don't know him, so they don't know how to treat one another. They don't know how to forgive or love one another, But God can do that. So now I understand God's plan for me and my family. I see, okay, going to the U.S. was good for me, and my sister. Now we can help our family and help Cambodia or help anybody, who needs help. We all praying for them.
Romans 8:28, and we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are the called according to his purpose. I think this verse speaks to me a lot in my life and what I've been through, because I felt like God brought me to America. There's a purpose in everything that happened. So like me being adopted, my adoptive family and I didn't work out, so they sent me to Hope House. And there was where I found God, and through every step he brought me closer to him. And then through that, when I found him, he showed me that, you know, like his purpose for me is to part of it is like to meet my family someday and just to share the gospel with them. So now my family is able to hear the gospel, and some of them like Sinun was able to be saved through that. There's like this love that God put in my family that I don't know how to describe, because I just love them and I want to just give them a better life. And through that, maybe someday more of my family can come to know God.